everyone. Welcome back to Explore English Podcast, your favorite place to learn real, useful English through natural, everyday conversations. I am Hina.
And I am Sam. And Hina, something happened at work this week that I have been thinking about ever since.
Oh, what happened?
So we had a meeting, a proper professional meeting with some new people, and one of my colleagues, very smart guy, knows his work inside out. But when he spoke in English, he kept saying things like, "The problem is very big. We need to do it fast." The result was not good.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see the other people in the room sort of nodding politely, but not really engaging. Like the words were landing, but nothing was sticking.
Yes, I know that feeling from the other side of the table.
And then later, another colleague spoke. Same topic, same points basically, but she said things like, "The issue is more significant than we initially expected. We need to move on this quickly." The outcome was disappointing.
And the room reacted differently.
Completely differently. People leaned in, they started asking questions, they took notes.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat there thinking, the information was almost identical, but one person sounded basic and the other sounded professional. And the whole room responded to them differently because of it.
Sam, that is such a perfect example.
Right? And I kept thinking about all the people who have brilliant ideas but cannot get them across because their English sounds too simple for the room they are in.
And they are not being taken seriously. Not because of their intelligence, just because of their word choices.
Exactly. And that feels so unfair.
It is unfair. And it is also fixable.
Which is why I wanted to talk about it today.
And which is exactly why today's topic is perfect. Today, we are talking about the difference between basic English and advanced professional English. And more importantly, how to move from one to the other.
Because the gap between them is smaller than people think.
So much smaller. It is not about learning hundreds of new words. It is about swapping the words you already use for slightly stronger, more precise versions.
Yes, nobody is asking you to speak like a dictionary, just like someone who has thought carefully about what they want to say.
Exactly. So let us start with the most basic difference. Basic English uses very common, simple words. Advanced English uses more precise, more specific words that carry more weight.
Like the examples from my meeting.
Yes, very big becomes significant. Not good becomes disappointing or inadequate or below expectations, depending on exactly what you mean.
And the interesting thing is that advanced word is not always longer. Sometimes it is just more exact.
Yes, exact is the key word, actually. Advanced speakers choose words that say exactly what they mean. Basic speakers use general words that could mean many things.
So very good could mean anything. Excellent, outstanding, impressive, remarkable. Each one tells you something slightly different.
Right. Excellent means high quality. Outstanding means it went beyond what was expected. Impressive means it made an impact on the people who saw it. Remarkable means it was unusual enough to be worth noticing.
So 4 different words that a basic speaker would all call very good.
And each one paints a different picture.
That is actually fascinating. The same basic idea, but 4 completely different impressions depending on which word you choose.
And in a professional setting, choosing the right one matters enormously.
Okay, so how do people actually start making this switch? Because I think a lot of learners know that advanced vocabulary exists, but they do not know how to make it feel natural in their own speaking.
Yes, and this is the most important part, because a lot of people try to use advanced vocabulary and it sounds forced, like they are performing intelligence rather than actually communicating.
Right. You can always tell when someone looked up a word 5 minutes ago.
Yes, it sits in the sentence like it does not quite belong there.
So what is the right way to build it?
The right way is to learn words in context, not as a list. Not vocabulary flashcards where you memorize word and definition, but by hearing and reading the word being used naturally in sentences, in conversations, in real situations.
So you learn the feeling of the word, not just the meaning.
Yes. You need to know not just what a word means, but when it feels right to use it. What kind of sentence it belongs in, what it sounds like next to other words.
Mm-hmm.
For example, the word leverage. Many people know it means to use something to your advantage. But knowing the definition is different from knowing that in a professional meeting, you say, we can leverage this situation to our benefit, rather than we can use this situation for something good.
Yes, both mean the same thing, but one sounds like you belong in that meeting, and one sounds like you are still finding your place.
Exactly. And it is not about being pretentious. It is about sounding like someone who thinks carefully and speaks precisely.
Okay, so let us actually go through some of the most useful swaps, basic to advanced, the ones that make the biggest difference in professional conversations.
Yes, let us do this practically, because I think this is where it really helps people.
Good. First one.
Basic, I think. Advanced, I believe. I would suggest, in my view. It is my understanding that.
So instead of, I think this is a problem, you say, in my view, this presents a significant challenge.
Yes, and notice how that also sounds more confident. I think sounds uncertain. In my view, sounds like you have considered it and you are standing behind your opinion.
Next one.
Basic. We need to fix this. Advanced. We need to address this, resolve this, rectify this, or take immediate action on this.
And each of those advanced versions tells you something slightly different about how serious the problem is.
Exactly. Address means acknowledge and deal with it. Resolve means find a complete solution. Rectify means correct something that went wrong. Take immediate action means it is urgent and cannot wait.
So choosing between them tells the room exactly what you think about the severity of the situation.
Yes, one word does a lot of work. Next, basic. The meeting was good. Advanced. The meeting was productive, constructive, effective, or fruitful.
Productive means things got done. Constructive means useful ideas were shared. Effective means it achieved what it was supposed to. Fruitful means it led to something positive.
Yes, and if you say the meeting was good, nobody knows what actually happened. But if you say the meeting was productive, they immediately know work moved forward.
That is such a simple swap, but such a big difference.
Always is. Next one. Basic. He does not come to meetings. Advanced. He consistently fails to attend scheduled meetings.
Ooh, that one is strong.
Ha, it is. But notice what happened. Basic version is just an observation. Advanced version is a professional assessment. It has pattern, consistently. It has a formal label, fails to attend. And it has specificity, scheduled meetings.
So if you are in a performance review or a formal discussion, one of those sentences sounds professional and one sounds like you're complaining to a friend.
Exactly. Context matters enormously. Knowing not just the words, but when to use them.
Okay, what about the words people use when they are not sure about something? Because I think this is where a lot of people sound very basic. They just say, I do not know, or maybe.
Yes, this is a big one. Basic. I do not know. Advanced. I am not entirely certain, but I would need to look into that further. That falls outside my area of expertise, but let me get back to you on that with more accurate information.
All of those say, I do not know, but none of them sound like you do not know.
Exactly. They sound like someone who is careful, thorough, and professional, not someone who is lost.
And maybe become something like, it is possible that. There is a likelihood that. We might consider the possibility that.
Yes. Maybe is vague. It is possible that is specific. It shows you have actually thought about it rather than just guessing.
This is making me rethink every professional email I have ever written.
Good, because emails are actually where a lot of people make these mistakes.
Right, because in an email you have time to think, there is no pressure of the moment, so using basic words in an email is even more noticeable.
Yes, in a spoken conversation, someone might forgive a simple word choice, but in a written email, it stays there. People read it, reread it, forward it to others.
So the words you choose in writing represent you even when you are not in the room.
Exactly. And some of the most common email mistakes: basic, please see attached; advanced, please find the document attached for your reference;
Basic, I wanted to ask you. Advanced, I am writing to inquire about, or I would like to bring to your attention.
basic, sorry for the late reply; advanced, please accept my apologies for the delayed response.
And that last one is interesting because sorry is a perfectly fine word. But in a professional email, apologies sounds considered. Sorry sounds reactive.
Yes, both are sincere, but one fits the register of a professional communication better.
Register. That is actually a great word to bring in here. What does it mean exactly?
Register means the level and style of language appropriate to a particular situation. So, casual register is what you use with friends. Professional register is what you use in meetings and emails and formal conversations.
And the problem most people have is they use the same register everywhere.
Yes, they speak to their boss the same way they speak to their best friend. And it is not that their English is wrong, it is just in the wrong register for the situation.
So learning professional English is partly about learning to switch registers.
Exactly. To know when to be warm and casual and when to be precise and formal, and to be comfortable moving between both.
Because the best professional communicators can do both. They are warm enough to be liked and precise enough to be respected.
And that combination is incredibly powerful.
It really is, and it is learnable.
Completely learnable by anyone at any level, starting today if you want.
Okay, I think we have given people a lot to work with today.
We really have. Let us move into our word tour and lock in some of the most useful words from today.
Yes, and as always, listen first and then repeat with us.
Our first word: significant.
Significant means important, large, or notable in a way that is worth paying attention to. For example, this is a significant change that will affect the whole team. Or the difference between basic and advanced English is more significant than most people realize.
So, significant replaces big or very important and adds weight and professionalism. Repeat: significant.
Significant. Next, outcome.
Outcome means the result or consequence of a situation or action. For example, the outcome of the meeting was very positive. Or, we need to consider all possible outcomes before making a decision.
So, outcome replaces result and sounds more considered and precise. Repeat. Outcome.
Outcome. Next, address.
To address something means to deal with it, acknowledge it, or take action on it. For example, we need to address this issue before it gets worse. Or the manager addressed the team's concerns in the meeting.
So, address replaces fix or deal with and sounds much more professional. Repeat. Address.
Address.
Next, leverage.
To leverage something means to use it to your advantage. For example, we can leverage our existing relationships to grow the business. Or she leveraged her experience to get a better position.
So leverage replaces use and immediately sounds more strategic and professional. Repeat. Leverage.
Leverage. And our final word today: register.
Register in language means the style and level of language appropriate to a specific situation or audience. For example, professional emails require a formal register, or knowing how to switch your register is one of the most valuable communication skills you can have.
So, register is about matching your language to your situation. Repeat. Register.
Register. And those were your words for today: significant, outcome, address, leverage, and register.
All of them directly useful in professional conversations, emails, and meetings starting right now.
And here is your challenge for today. Take one sentence you would normally say with basic words and rewrite it using advanced vocabulary.
Post it in the comments below. We will tell you if it sounds natural and professional. We read every single one.
And if today's episode helped you, please subscribe so you never miss a new episode.
Give us a like and share this with someone who wants to sound more confident and professional in English.
See you tomorrow with a brand new episode.
Yes, we are back tomorrow.
And if there is a topic you want us to cover next, tell us in the comments right now. We will make an episode just for you.
Until tomorrow, remember this. You already have the ideas. Now you are just finding the right words to match them.
And those words are closer than you think.
Goodbye, everyone.
See you tomorrow.